All right, good morning. What's going on, people? Well, I started the day off with good intentions. I've been working on my little lawnmower, my push lawnmower, for about 2, 3 days now. Finally got it running. I'm not trying to go out and buy another lawnmower because even push lawnmowers are like over $250. I had a sticker shock when I went to go look at them. I also have a riding lawnmower that I hadn't ridden in years that I need to work on, but I was just trying to get some stuff done, just trying to do a little mowing out front, weed eating, and damn thing wouldn't start. So I was like, what the hell? It started 3 times in a row, and then it wouldn't start. So I was down here at my containers, fiddling around. So, of course, I found a gun that I shot. I told you I shot an old Savage 64. I have a video shooting an old one that's 20 years old, but I have this new one that was in the box. I dressed it up pretty good. I put a flashlight on it, a scope, and a laser on it. I'm going to shoot it a little bit. And I also found this Winchester Wildcat that I bought probably 3 years ago. Whenever they came out is when I bought it. Never shot it. Been in the box also. So I broke those two out. I didn't put any optics or nothing on this one. I just grabbed it straight out of the box. I was a little disappointed. It's got some discoloration on the barrel, like it's rusted. Maybe because I had it in storage for 2 years. Who knows? But the gun wasn't cheap. It was like $299. And actually, I didn't add anything to it yet. But technology-wise, it's so much more advanced in this 64, this Savage 64. But I'm a huge Savage fan. I think I have this 64. I had that Precision. I have a FX 64 also. I got a Mark II, Savage 22 Magnum, HMR 17. I have a lot of them. I hadn't shot any of them. But we're going to get to the point where we're going to shoot all these guns. That's for sure. But this wasn't a gun day. Again, it ain't a gun show. Kind of turned into one. But, I'm down here. I just had time to do it. My container's right there. My shooting range is only 30 yards from it. So we're going to crank this 64 up, this new one, and see if it's nearly as good as that old one. Because that other one, the old one, was straight money. I mean, it was straight money shooting that thing. This one has a BSA scope on it also, which I like BSA scopes. They're cheap, they're inexpensive, but they're probably 70 to 90 bucks. So you can get a lot of cheaper scopes than that, but they're not going to be nearly as good as one of these. For a rimfire gun, the BSA scopes are really good. Like I said, my vision isn't that great right now, and when I put this thing to my eye, I feel like I can just reach out and touch the target. But hey, let's just load this old girl up. Like I said, she's brand new, and see if we can hit this target 40 yards out, have a little fun. That wasn't bad. Had 2 failures to feed, maybe because it's brand new. I don't know. We'll put another magazine in there and see. It wasn't bad shooting. Hit the target a few times. Like I said, this one feels a lot better than that old one. I don't know. I mean, it looks like the exact same gun. The trigger's a lot smoother. It just feels like a lot better rifle, but the other one never had any jams. But this one had 2 right off the bat. But like I said, it's a brand new gun. I've never shot it, so yeah, that wasn't bad. Savage 64 makes me look like a good shooter, huh? Well, let's do that again. That was kind of fun. It was kind of fun shooting this gun. It's heavy. Like I said, I think if somebody asked me if, you like walking your property with your guns, why don't you get a sling? I've never been a sling kind of guy. I've just never have slinged them over my shoulder and see how comfortable that is. Maybe I will. But like I said, for this gun, it's pretty heavy. I think the barrel's like 21, 22 inches long itself. So it's a long gun, but man, these Salvage 64s, they're freaking smooth, man. I'm sold on them. Like I said, I know there's a lot of 22s out there, but for the money for this thing, with a BSA scope, you're probably talking, I don't know how much Salvage guns are now. The 64s out of the box now. I'm sure they're probably at least $200. So you don't put the flashlight on it or the laser, you're probably talking a $300 gun that you just saw made me look really good at shooting this target at 40 yards. I don't think I hit it every time, but I think I hit it almost every I hit it a lot. The thing was singing. That's why I love hitting still, shooting still. You can hear it, and even at this range, the dirt's dry, and I can see my bullets when they miss. So, and I ain't missing. The ones I missed wasn't by very much. So, look at these little shorts. I found these the other day in this ammo box. I got a revolver that I think that shoots shorts. I'm gonna put them in there. It looks like a little BB, but I'm sure hurts a little more than a BB when you shoot something. But we might dig up that gun and shoot that later in another episode of the Backwoods. Salvage freaking 64, man. Like I said, it's a rifle. It's a long gun. They've been making these things forever. I mean, I'm talking forever, and I think they got it right. Like I said, if I took all that crap off of it, the scope, this big ass laser that's on there, that big flashlight, it probably wouldn't be that heavy. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do a sling thing, buy a sling, and I'm gonna start carrying some of these guns with a sling instead of just in my hands, and see how that works out. But yeah, this thing's pretty heavy. Probably at least weighs 6 pounds with all that on there. It's supposed to be a replacement for that big ass shotgun I have that I've been carrying around here for months. But like I said before, I love my shotgun. I love any shotguns. I live in a state that's, I hate to say this, assault rifles and high caliber guns are banned. So if you're a deer hunter in my state, you use a 22, and if you're going to shoot a deer, you'd have to shoot it in the head, because you shoot a deer with a 22 in the body, you're going to chase that thing for 10 miles before he goes down, if he even goes down. So it has to be a headshot. And you can use shotguns, but you can use slugs, which is, I don't know if you know what a slug is. It's a shotgun shell with a big old, like a Civil War ball at the end of it, basically. You can shoot a deer with that, but I have slugs, but I never shot one. Maybe that'll be another episode, shooting slugs versus shotgun shells or butt shocks or whatever. I'm going to try that because I've never done that before. I've never shot slugs, but I got a whole ammo box full of them. Then I moved to a state where you can use shotguns and slugs to shoot deer, and eventually I will shoot me a deer one day, either with something like this or that shotgun. But that's on the agenda. That's why I'm out here shooting every day. That's why I'm out here practicing. I saw 2 deer last night when I was coming home, right on the edge of my property. There's this big pond down here that I fish, and they were down there drinking water. So I was sitting there. If I was sitting by that other side on my property, it might have been a 70-yard, 60-yard shot. I'm shooting pretty good at 40 yards right now. I got another target out there. It's probably about 50 or 60 yards. So I'm out here practicing because one day it's going to be deer season. And old boy's going to get him a deer. So, you know, we say that. We'll see how it goes. But that's the plan. Anyway, we're going to shoot a few more rounds of this. We're going to shoot 2 more magazines of this. Then I'm gonna try this Winchester Wildcat because I'm really excited about that gun anyway. Yeah, this gun feels a lot better than my old one, and maybe because it's new out of the box, but I've not really shot my old one that much, to be honest with you. I mean, now I probably got 200 or 300 shots in it, but this feels different. This feels real different. That's really weird. I really ever hit this target on my first shot, and I did. And I had that failure to extract on that one, and it kind of messed up my flow a little bit. I hate to say it, but it did. But anyway, that was fun shooting that. We're going to set this one down, maybe pick it up later and shoot some more. But man, very impressed with this gun. Very impressed with Salvage 64s. And like I said, they're cheap, inexpensive guns. But man, for the money, can't beat it. Can't beat it. This one's very interesting. This is a gun that technology-wise is so much, for a 22, it's got a lot going for it. It's got the rails up top. You can take this piece off. You can put a gun mount right there. This piece slides off, and you can put a mount on there, which is pretty cool. You got this. You can put optics on this rail up on top. This thing, the magazine is really cool. There's 2 ways to take this magazine out. Oh, it's already out, sorry. If you put this in, there's 2 ways to take it out. You can hit this button here and it pops out, or you can pull down on these 2 and it pops out. That's really cool. And they're kind of side by side. I don't really know what this red thing is yet. I have to figure that one out. I thought it was the safety, but the safety's here. So, but it's got a 10-round rotary magazine, which is pretty cool for a gun like this. And this takes Ruger 1022 magazines. And on that note, I don't own a Ruger 1022, but I have Ruger 1022 magazines, and I think I bought them on sale. These are Magpuls, if I'm not mistaken. They hold 25 rounds, but I was lucky to maybe get 10 in them. Like I said, these extended magazines I've gotten here lately with these guns just aren't their pars. So if anybody knows how to cram 25 rounds in these, let me know. But anyway, also on this gun, it has this button. If you push this button, all their internals come down. The receiver just drops out, and you can clean it. Like all this just drops down. You push that button, it drops down, and you can clean the whole thing, which is really cool. So technology-wise, very much more advanced than probably any 22 I have, and it's like all polymer. I don't think this gun weighs 4 pounds. I mean, it is light as a freaking feather. It's small. This barrel might be 16 inches long. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of a totally all polymer. I mean, it feels like plastic at most of it. But you know what? Oh, let's stop talking. Let's see how it shoots. That'll prove. The proof of being a pudding. Fixed sights, no optics, no scopes or nothing. Really disappointing in all that rust on top of there. That's, like I said, this was a $300 gun when I bought it. So let's see what it can do. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. Like I said, those sights are pretty good. We'll try these and see if they are running this thing, and be cool if they do. Man, these sights are fucking money. I mean, they are. This is a good shooting little gun, man. And the sights, like I said, it's for a guy that's had double retina surgery. Said this before, 11 months ago, 12 months ago, 10 months ago, I can't even remember. To shoot a fixed sight gun at 40 yards, I think I might have hit it every time that time. Or if I didn't, it was damn close. Having a problem with these aftermarket magazines. What the hell? Straight money. Straight money with this bad boy. Wow. We're going to do this more. Like I said, this makes me feel like a freaking shooter. And we all know better than that. But, yeah, that was, I almost think this gun with iron sights, or I'm sorry, fixed sights. I hate to keep saying iron sights, but shows my age. With this fixed sights, it's almost better than this damn 64 with this BS A scope on it. I mean, I've probably hit more targets with this gun right here than any gun I've shot since I've been coming down here. Using the fixed sights on it. Man, Winchester. I might have to give a shout out to you boys. Like I said, I'm using all kind of ammo. Some good ammo, some garbage, you know, but it's eating all of them. It's eating all of it. Which says a lot. Like I said, I got bullets flying everywhere. Says a lot because I don't say what ammos I use, because I don't, like I said, this ain't a gun show. I don't want to advertise for anybody. But I do say what kind of gun I'm using, but I don't do all the ammo and all that stuff. Maybe one day when we get good, I'm an expert shooter, we'll get some sponsors and we'll do this every day. Don't have to work anymore to shoot guns. Shit, I'm almost tempted to shoot that fucking 50, 60 yard target out there. I don't know, that's probably pushing it. But man, this thing's a shooter. This right here is a freaking shooter. Wow. Very impressed with this Winchester Wildcat that I've had in a box for 2 years. Hell, if I not shot that good, I would have taken it out a long time ago in light. If I could if I could fill these 25 rounders with this, I mean, I also think it even looks pretty cool. Looks like a miniature assault rifle or something. I mean, it's kind of futuristic anyway, with that big cutout in the stock. But that looks really cool. If I could get those to work with it and hold more than 10 rounds, that would be really cool. But we're gonna, I don't know if I want to do this on, we'll do it on camera, because we'll do it on camera. I don't know, because like I said, that one gong is pretty freaking far out there. If I could hit it one time, I would be happy. I also got a self-sealing gong out there too that's on the ground, that's not as far, but it's pretty far too, but it's even on the ground, which might be even better because I could probably see the dirt flying up from the bullet and adjust to that. But We're gonna go for that gong out there at 50, 60 yards. It's out there. If I get it one time, I'd be happy. So, but I'm gonna have to get off here. You know, I'm gonna have to go do some shit. But it's always fun to come out here and do this. It's so listen, you can hear the birds chirping. It's so peaceful and quiet out here. It's 80 degrees out there, and there are 100 degrees out there in the sun. It's probably 80 degrees in here in the woods. Barrel gets pretty hot, I'll tell you that much. All right, let's see how good this bad boy is, or how good this thing's gonna make me look. Woo, that's far. That's real far. Yeah, that's a hard shot because the sight is blending in kind of with that tree, and I guess I'm just making excuses for being a bad shot. But yeah, it's just kind of hard to see it that far away. But I'm gonna practice on that a little bit more, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna try to hit this other little gong. It's a rubber one. It's like I said, it's one of those self-sealing gongs. I think when a bullet hits it, it doesn't really penetrate it or anything. It's not as far, and I can probably see the dirt flying once I miss it or whatever. Oh, shit, hold on. Yeah, I kind of like these little rotary magazines. I'm about to get them. I think I have a 308. It's the only other gun I think that has one of these rotary magazines, and they definitely load a lot smoother. Technology, man. I've been living in the 1990s. I need to get in the 2024s. But yeah, you can see my different kind of ammos. Like now I got 3 different ammos I'm using. The grays, the cheap stuff. The copperhead ones are actually pretty good. I can't remember what brand they are, but they weren't cheap. I mean, for 22s. 22 ammo is cheap. That's why I love shooting 22. Man, that barrel gets hot. But yeah, 22 ammo is definitely cheap. I'm gonna try this self-seal. You won't hear the ding from that because, like I said, it's more rubber. Well, got it about 4 times, and on the 4th shot, I knocked it down. So we'll have to find us another target. And it sits on it's on like a tripod thing, so it's definitely stood. But damn, I drilled it and it went down. So let's just take these other shots, see if we can hit this steel with it. Yep, that's all we got. No, we got a couple more. We had a misfire. Let's see. Man, I tell you what. Whew. Winchester Hellcat, man, is pretty badass little gun. I definitely hit more than I missed with that gun, and it definitely got my confidence up. I mean, if I put a scope on this thing, I don't even know if I'd even need a scope. Probably need a scope more than 30, 40 yards, but at 30, 40 yards, this gun is money. Money, money, money. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I got some lamb chops. I gotta cook. Been looking forward to them. Hopefully one day we'll raise our own lambs and have them processed and cook fresh lamb chops every other day or something, or at least once a week. But I got some lamb chops that I bought at the grocery store a couple days ago. I'm gonna cook those on a grill. I actually made this grill from a fan that I found. That's like an industrial fan that I found on my property. I made a grill out of it. It didn't work. And that's what I'm using. I went to Walmart to buy a grill, and I was like, God, sticker shock again. Grills are like, even the cheap Walmart grills are $59, and they're pieces of crap. But they're kind of, you sit on the ground and whatever, it wasn't good. So I just made one out of it, and it was working pretty good since I've been up here. But I'm gonna shoot this wildcat a couple times, not on video. I'm gonna try to get that gong out there again. Don't want to bore you with my bad shooting. But I did get the rubber gong at probably 50 yards, which is pretty impressive. Hey, hit it 4 times, knocked it down. So I'm going to go up there and set that back up and maybe zero it in where I can get that other gong behind it. But man, had a good fun day shooting today. I love this shit. I could do it all day long. But I think I'm going to go back to fishing and riding a couple of motorcycles here in the next couple of days. There's bullets all over the place. I've been coming down here shooting more than I have in a long time. I need to pick all this brass up and do something with it because it's getting kind of messy down here, and I want to keep it clean. But I'm going to pick this brass up, maybe come down here tomorrow, one of my days off, and that I'm not doing crap, and pick all this brass up. Never know, might start loading my own bullets or something, and I could use these shells. Anyway, it's been fun. You guys have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with me.